when you can understand this co-creation and collaboration concept, you can embrace that winning side, and then you become so much more valuable to everyone around you, that's what drives more money coming into your life.
So good.
Garrett, I know that you can speak for an hour about this because I just watched you. Let's talk just real quick, your elevator pitch on the 4 personas that you talk about.
Yeah, so these 4 personas are really the subconscious beliefs and modalities that determine our success or failure when it comes to money. And if it's unrecognized, then those unrecognized forces confiscate our wealth. There's either the miser that plays the game called preservation, the conservative playing the game called accumulation, the striver playing the game called status, or the high roller playing a game called opportunity. So is it that you're trying to hold on to what you got? You're probably a miser. Is it you're just trying to save so much that one day you could finally enjoy life? You're probably a conservative. Is it you just want to earn more than anyone else and have more than anyone else? Then you're probably a striver. And is it you just want to be in every opportunity and sound really cool when you talk about the opportunities? You might be a high roller. Now, those are the shadow sides. So I'm just pointing out the negative sides. They get in the shadow when they're selfish and isolated and competitive instead of collaborative. When you're in scarcity and it's only about what you get versus abundance, which is what can you give and get, then you stay stuck in the shadow personas. But the winning personas is the mindful manager. And the mindful manager is detail-oriented, they're efficient, and they're great at improving things. That's the opposite of the miser. Instead of the conservative, you have the planner. They're stable, thoughtful, and strategic. Instead of the striver, you have the creator. They're entrepreneurs, artists, or visionaries that lead with innovation and ingenuity. Or instead of a high roller, you have a catalyst. They think and play big and show us ways we can all kind of win together. They're movers and shakers and connectors. So when you can understand this co-creation and collaboration concept, you can embrace that winning side, and then you become so much more valuable to everyone around you, that's what drives more money coming into your life.
So good.
So so that's a pretty long elevator pitch, but
that's.
Can they get this yet?
Yeah, moneyunmasked.com. And on that site, we're like, oh, buy 10.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Buy 50 and I'll meet with you.
Yeah. What about the kids book?
Kids book, I Am Money and I Don't Go on Trees, comes out January of 2024. It's got a major publisher behind it. My co-author, Julia, sold over 3 million copies of children's books. Look, I know I'm a co-author. I'm not saying this out of myself. It's a masterpiece. What she did with these concepts to help kids, I think can really change the game. And even more importantly, the parent that reads it.
Wow.
Because parents don't understand money either. But if they're reading to their kids, they don't have to admit they don't know what's going on, and they could learn from it.
Yeah.
Because it's really about earning and saving and spending and giving. And it's about taking care of the foundational pieces first before trying to go out and overextend or impress other people. And then ultimately, if you get abundant enough where you've taken care of yourself, then you can actually share. And so I think the message is they can invest in themselves and find their skill sets, and that money is critical for the basics. It will make you happier. But beyond the basics, it's a mixed bag. Because if you don't have purpose with that extra money, it becomes really reckless. And I think, how do we say that in a way that's fun for kids? Well, Julia talks about fuzzy patchwork pants and guinea pigs and these cute little, singing and lemonade stands.
Kyle loves guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a few.
You have guinea pigs.
I do. We actually have a farm.
Well, then it looks like this book is made for you and your guinea pigs.
I can't. When does that book come out?
January.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
What would you say the recommended ages are for that? Like, what's too young? What's too old?
It's going to crush for kindergarten through 3rd grade.
Okay.
But you could go up to 5th grade and you'd still be getting a lot of result. But I think that the kindergarten through 3rd is where they're going to want to read it over and over again.
Nice.
We've seen it. Julia's been reading it at schools. I've given it to a few people that read it to their kids and film it.
Oh wow, I didn't get it.
So
Did an immersion. Didn't
Well,
get it.
what
I got a 4-year-old too.
I gave you 500. Well, you bought 500 of these.
You support your bro. That's what.
That's
you
right. That's right. And
You get malaria and no kids book.
And made fun of.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. So where would you think that what possessed you guys to co-author a book for children? Where did that idea come from?
I had a consultant in 2014, really smart financial guy. He goes, if you really want to make an impact, you got to help kids. And he connected me with some children's authors we didn't really like vibe. It was the energy wasn't there. So I tried to write it myself and it sucked. It wasn't good.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't know how to write to a kindergartner.
Yeah.
And so I was on a flight, and before I got on, someone called me because I was on comedy tour and I was talking about comedy, and The person sitting next to me is like, "You're a comedian?" I said, "Yeah." Looks me up and says, "Wait, you're an author?" "I'm an author."
Mhm.
I text my little sister who's a teacher. She's like, "Oh yeah, we got our books." So by the end of the flight, we were already talking about it. And so I just knew, with entertainment being the gateway to transformation, that a children's book's one of the most entertaining ways. And look, if 100 people buy this, I'd be lucky if 20 people read it cover to cover.
Mhm.
But in a children's book, it's almost everyone's going to read that more than once,
Yeah,
cover to
over
cover.
and over. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. No, good stuff.
Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you're enjoying these videos, well, there's good news. More where that came from. So go ahead and click through and watch the next video now.